Well, I'm dead anyway, so...
Yeah. Shut up, Dave. You're dead.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Sorry.
You're dead. Yeah.
Paul. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Aye.
So, we're in this haunted house.
Yeah.
That noise that you can hear in the background.
Yeah.
We think, we're not 100% sure, but we think that fluttering noise that you can hear in the background might actually be Dave O'Reilly.
Yeah. Well, in case anyone didn't know, Dave is recently departed, and since we're here,
Dave departed. Sorry, Paul. Continue.
yeah, and since we're here on Halloween,
October 31st, in this haunted mansion.
yeah. Why don't you just continue, Phil?
Paul has crafted a Ouija board.
Ouija board.
And I think we should use that to try and summon Dave.
Dave, yeah. Go on.
From the afterlife.
Yeah.
To talk to us.
No.
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 You're not into that?
Not doing it anymore, no.
Why?
You shouldn't be messing with the dark arts. No, it could be dangerous. What did I carve it off anyway? I found like a piece of old kitchen table and I got a knife.
Devil's kitchen table.
I don't know if it is.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's weird. It's really fucking freaky down here. Like.
Yeah.
First you've got you in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, an awful mood. You put me in a mood.
Yeah.
Everyone's in a mood and the ghost is in a mood.
Yeah.
Whoever the ghost is.
It's not Dave anyway.
Alright, okay.
Mood.
What?
Whoa.
The fuck?
Alright, okay. I think we should try this.
There's
Candles
just
are lit.
Yeah.
We've got those lit.
And they're away from any fire hazard.
Yeah. We've got the board and we've got our glass tumbler and we have to do the summoning spell to call forth the spirit, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to remember in Beetlejuice when Otho,
Yeah.
that when he reads the passage from the book,
Uh-huh.
do you remember that passage?
No.
I think I do, and I think it goes something like this.
Mm-hmm.
We will not go quietly into the night. We will not surrender. Today is our Independence Day.
Today's a... Wait, no, hold on a minute.
That works. It's starting
Okay.
to move for me.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, here we go. We're going to the first letter.
H.
H.
E.
Next one, Phil.
Y. Hey! It says hey, Paul.
Yeah, what's the next one?
F. U. G. O. Fugo.
Yeah, it's moving again.
F. Oh, it's just circle back around to F again. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck
Fuck
off.
off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Hey, fuck off.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. It's too freaky for me. Like,
Yeah, alright. Are you there, Dave? Can you hear us? Hello? I can see something. I can see an apparition. It's appearing before us. It's a giant head. It's like Zordon.
Paul, Phil, what's the crack?
oh,
It's alive.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Anyways, podcast number 9, Halloween special.
Yeah. Fuckers.
Best intro I've ever got for anything.
You've entered the wrong door. And you're not coming out alive!
You're a fool if you dare! Stay away from that trapdoor! 'Cause there's something down there.
Yeah, well, I know we've drawn your spirit to this house again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did we say?
Wicklow. It's in Wicklow.
I've got a question. I spent the last month or so on the other side, like, you know, so I think I'm entitled to it, you know. Why do we keep going back to this fucking house? Second time.
We're in a basement of an old famine house.
Yeah.
It's damp. It's wet. We have candles. That's the only light source. There is a giant floating Dave O'Reilly head in front of us. He's like Professor Noby out of The Evil Dead 2, just floating there.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that part. Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the 2018 Halloween special. As we record this, because this is a little peeking behind the curtain, it's not even close to Halloween, and we've just released our video Apate onto YouTube
Yeah.
and Facebook. So
Yeah.
that'll give you a timeline. And we all sound we're a bit groggy because we were out all night.
We were drinking.
I had 11 whiskies, so
I was roaring at some lad that opened the car door in front of me.
yeah.
11 whiskies, pal. Whoa, you're my hero.
I don't feel like anyone's here at the moment, Dave. I feel like a damn fool. Well, now that we have Dave here, and I said Dave, and I did air quotes when I did that, because we have to confirm if this is Dave or not, or is this some sort of Damon, some sort of weird Baphomet, that has come in his guise. So, Dave,
yes,
we'll pretend that it's Dave at the moment. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want some answers. So you're going to answer these questions for me, and that's going to give us a baseline if you're Dave, okay?
Okay.
I'm written down and everything. You ready?
No.
First question.
I'm ready, Paul. Go first. Go for your first question.
All right. Dave?
No. My name's Barry.
It's not looking good already. Here's the first question.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
Someone gives you a calfskin wallet for your birthday. How do you react?
What sheep's arse did you cut it off of? Is it some sheep that I know? I know a lot of sheep, like. Oh, shit. Felt like I failed that.
Second question. Your little boy...
I'm a little what?
No. Your little boy shows you his butterfly collection plus the killing jar. What do you say?
Watch the cogs going.
In his floaty head.
I don't even like butterflies. I'd squash them all.
Number 3. You're watching television. Suddenly, you spot a wasp crawling on your arm. How do you react?
I'd kill it. Outright.
Fourth question. Just don't try not to think too hard on these, Dave. It's like sort of the first thoughts come into your head, okay?
Okay.
You're reading a magazine. I'll say that again because I said it like my lips were
moist.
Yeah, and had a mind of their own. Imagine if your lips had a mind of their own.
Jesus, just get on with
what
the
would happen? Alright. You're reading a magazine. You come across a full-page nude photo of a guy. You show it to your wife, who likes it so much, she hangs it on the bedroom wall. The guy is lying on a bearskin rug.
I'd say, Paul, take that down off the wall. I should be enough for you.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I will do that straight away, Dave.
I won't stand for it. Now, sorry, just to be specific, can I just interrupt there? Who's the guy? Is it young Burt Reynolds? Is it Matt Berry? I just want to know. I know what we're dealing with there.
That's part of the test.
Oh, okay.
While walking along in desert sand, you suddenly look down and you see a tortoise crawling towards you. You reach down and flip it over onto its back. The tortoise lies there, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over, but it cannot. It cannot do so without your help. You are not helping, Dave. Why?
I never help anyone. I'm an asshole. I've come to terms with that.
Sixth question. Describe in single words only the good things that come to mind about your mother.
Mashed potato, croquettes, chicken Maryland. I'm sorry, I'm really hungry. What was the question again?
Alright, last question. React to this. You're watching a stage play. A banquet is in progress. The guests are enjoying an appetizer of raw oysters. The entree consists of boiled dog stuffed with rice. The raw oysters are less acceptable to you than a dish of boiled dog.
Jesus, it's pretty fucking deep, isn't it? Is that Lassie?
I can confirm, Dave, and I'm totting up all the score here, that you are not a replicant. So
I was looking at you there, pulling out the copybook, and all I could think of in my head was, right, he's doing the fucking bike camp test now from fucking Blade Runner. I was like, all I can fucking think of this lad now. Out he comes with the fucking copybook. I'm like, couldn't have brought the book and read it from that. Is there a bike camp book in the fucking original book?
I don't think so, no.
He's very high pitched today, Dave, isn't he?
I know, yeah. The alcohol, it's wearing off.
And he's wild eyes.
Oh, wild eyes.
Hopping.
If this was a fucking video,
Hopping.
if this is a video podcast,
Yeah, we didn't even
I'd be like,
anyway,
I'd be like your one in that fucking new Robert Rodriguez film, the shit looking one, where they take a Japanese concept and they Americanize it and they make your one's eyes massive.
Battle Angel, that's pushed actually. Useless piece of information.
Ah, yeah, it's like anything fucking James Cameron touches.
What's
these
that,
days.
like anime? They're trying to animeize it or something, right?
Alicia Battle Angel, yeah. They were fucking a big, massive fucking...
They're trying to do like an anime in real life thing, was it?
Yeah.
I don't know what they were trying. They've got this young one from fucking... she's of South American descent, right? And they've actually made her look like a fucking manga character.
Weird.
But it's real life. It's actually real life.
Yeah,
so it's uncanny.
realism, like.
Yeah, uncanny valley kind of shit, like.
That is weird.
Yeah. That's how my eyes look right now.
Yeah, that's how your eyes look, Phil.
Yeah.
They're 3 times too large for your face.
They are.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Squish them down. Philip Chen.
You know what else is weird? You know the games company MB,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Operation, all that. They made a Ouija board. There's a useless fact for you, right there.
What?
Yeah, no, who was the first? Was it they the first one, or was there another company that made it?
Oh, look, I don't know. They definitely have a licensed product for it anyway. They don't anymore, obviously, but in the 70s they did.
The idea of like a Ouija board,
As a family game.
yeah, as a family game and selling that. Because the history behind them obviously is, you know, contacting the dead and stuff like that. To capitalise that and mass produce them. It's strange.
We all know Phil can't play Monopoly because he gets cranky. So, you know what we should do? We should have seance. That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do it in tandem. So you ask the spirits, it's like, what's my next best move? Although usually I just use an 8-ball when I'm playing Monopoly to make all my decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll take this house on Kimmage.
I'll do that. Ask again tomorrow for...
I think we should do that for all our movie choices for the next viewing night. You know, just 8-ball the shit out of it.
Oh, we have. I have an 8-ball. It's an actual 8-ball cube ball cube.
Okay. Yes, Phil.
Cube ball.
Right, so Phil said he's loads of ideas for this. Fucking hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds
Upon hundreds of ideas for the Halloween special.
Yeah.
The second in a row.
I think, to kick things off, I think we should play a game. Brand new game. Hear me out. You ready for this, Dave? You
No.
ready for this, Paul?
I'm ready.
Paul's ready. Dave's unsure.
I'm unsure.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Dave is ready. Right, let's play a new game called, wait for it, Stank or Wank.
That's not...
That's not even... That's
Roll the music.
Nice.
Is it stank or is it wank? What have you been watching, Dave?
What have I been watching? I'll mention what I watched, but I think I'll breeze over it because I think we're going to cover it. We're going to cover it when you two guys have watched it. But I went to see Mandy, the Nicolas Cage movie. I went to see it 2 weeks ago, the Sydney Underground Film Festival, and I went to see it again last night at our local cinema. It's pretty incredible. Yeah, I won't say anymore. It's just fucking fantastic. I've gushed over it enough with 2E. But yeah, pretty fucking great. It's one of Nick Cage's best movies for the last 10 years. And yeah, I'm sure we're going to talk about it in great length anyway. Watched Lost River last night.
Okay, so just to be clear, Mandy was wank.
Yeah, it gets 10 wrists out of 10.
I like that.
10 wrists out of 10. Alright.
10 shaking wrists. Can there be 10 shaking wrists out of 10?
It gets 10 shakes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll iron that out later.
Lost River.
Lost River, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what to say. First act was kind of the setup was good. I think it kind of fell apart at the end, if I'm being honest.
Kind of devolves a little bit, alright. Ben Mendelsohn's dance? No, I don't think Paul has seen it, like...
Yeah. Oh, look, I won't spoil anything. Like, I mean, yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Visually, it's pretty fucking spectacular. Like, Ben Mendelsohn is a revelation. That man can move.
Oh, he fucking can. That was all improv as well, actually. That whole dance
Really?
sequence was all improv. Yeah, all improv. The director was like... Ryan Gosling was the director. Ryan Gosling was like, just do your thing. Do whatever comes to mind. They play music on set, and Ben Mendelsohn starts fucking whipping out this dance. And it's like, for me anyway, it's a set piece of the movie.
It reminded me of Ted Levine from Silence of the Lambs. It had that eerie quality. And even though its clothes were all on, it felt dirty.
Oh, like totally dirty. Like there's an awful lot of fucking erotic undertones, and especially with what's kind of happening in that scene as well.
Yeah. I mean, the setup for that as well is the prop that's in it is absolutely like fantastic, because you can look at it and you know exactly what its purpose is and what it's designed for. It's very foreboding. It wasn't stank and it wasn't wank. It's a bit of both, a little bit of both.
I'd agree with that too. I think it's definitely well worth the watch. It's a movie to be experienced, that's for sure.
Phil, what have you been watching?
I went to the cinema recently enough. to see a blockbuster movie, an autumnal blockbuster movie. Seeing as it is quite seasonal as well for Halloween, I watched The Predator. All I'm going to say is, don't waste your time. That's it.
That bad?
It's like, there are elements to it that are pretty wank, and there are unfortunately more elements to it that are stank. Enjoyable ramp while watching it. I had two compatriots sitting beside me in the cinema while we were watching it. One fucking loved it. The other one, sorry, I suppose, yeah, it was a bit fun, whatever, yeah, it's grand.
That was me.
That was, yeah.
It's a dumb movie.
What was your take on it, Paul? Because I've heard Phil's and I'm kind of... I need a counterbalance.
It's dumb.
Dumb. Like stupid, like.
Stupidly written, stupidly edited, stupidly put together, like.
I find it hard to believe given it's the same team that did the Monster Squad. And I fucking love that movie. Shane Black and Fred Decker. And by the way, that is, as Mark Moore said, Black and Decker.
Yeah. Black and Decker. Here's the thing. Fuck off, Mark Maud. I love your reviews, though.
It's how can I put it? Like, you're watching it, and you can see they're trying all these different things. They've got the magical autistic kid who's like communicate with the aliens only because he's autistic.
Yeah.
Which always comes across as very cringy. They're trying to build a universe on top of that, so there's a lot of exposition, eye-rollingly bad exposition.
Oh, awful.
And just dumb. Just really dumb exposition. You get the Predator, and then you get Giant Predator. So, for the first half of the movie, you've got a guy in a costume, and for the second half of the movie, you've got a CGI thing.
I've heard the first Predator in the costume looks absolutely fantastic, and I've heard the CGI one looks like absolute dog shit.
It
does, yeah.
The costume one is incredible. Like, fantastic. The makeup, you can really see that the mouth movements even. I don't know if they heightened them with digital afterwards, but I would reckon that a lot of that is probably practical. Because obviously, since, the first one that came out in the 80s, they've been able to improve on that technology and those techniques.
Yeah, the animatronics and little servos and that, yeah.
Yeah, and little armatures and things like that you can apply onto prosthetics. The best part about the film is the team of guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun, like watching them all on screen together and bouncing out and playing off each other. Yeah,
and like, now to be fair, they're not given a whole lot to do dialogue wise either. Like, I mean, an awful lot of it is, I would reckon that, like, they did rehearsals or whatever. They probably built a team of rehearsals. When they get an ensemble cast together, like in prep for the movie, like they kind of do a little boot camp or something. I would reckon that kind of happened with these guys as well, because there is natural chemistry between them. Thomas Jane is a fucking revelation in it. He's the best thing.
I was about to say, can we take a moment to ask what's Thomas Jane like?
He's the only reason why you should watch the film. That's it.
He's got Tourette's in it.
No way. I'm going to watch it for that alone, I think. I wasn't going to bother, but no, I am. I'm going to watch it. Just
Fucking pussy.
Did he just say fucking eat my own pussy?
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that at all.
No, he didn't say that at all. No. I think he said hurry up, pussy. No, I'm pretty sure he said eat my own pussy. No, I'm pretty sure he said wait up in a hurry.
Yeah.
Something like that, like.
Yeah, but other than that, it's... Well, what do you think, Phil? I mean, I'm going to say it's stank.
Yeah, I would say it's actually stank. It's actually stank. There's things I like about it, like, but overall, as a film, it's not...
The bad outweighs the good?
Yeah.
Okay. And what have you been watching, Paul?
I watched Happy, which is that sci-fi one. Sci-fi channel.
I too watched it.
Did you? What's the main character? What's his name again?
Oh Jesus, I know Christopher Melini, is it, or
something like that? And Patton Oswalt does the voice of Happy.
He's the voice of the unicorn. Yeah, I watched. I'm kind of buttoning it here, but I know what you're talking about. Go.
Yeah. So it's if anyone doesn't know what it is, it's based off a comic book as far as I know.
Graphic novel, yeah.
Or graphic novel. It's about a cop who's an ex-cop, and he's a hitman now, and he's the stereotype. He's a drunk. He's getting high on drugs. He's a slob. Mm-hmm. And he kills people for money.
He's also a badass.
He's completely fucking badass. He's like John McClane.
Yeah.
He is like, but the premise is a little girl gets kidnapped. She's got an imaginary friend called Happy.
Who is a blue unicorn, of note.
Yeah, Happy is a small little blue cartoon-looking unicorn.
Right.
and the little girl. This isn't spoilers, so I think it's pretty hinted at strongly that the little girl that's kidnapped is his daughter, and because she's his daughter, he can also see Happy. So Happy comes to find him. Now he's estranged from her and his ex-wife, so he had no idea that he even had a daughter. So that's the premise. That's the setup. It's like the buddy cop movie, except it's like
only the central character can see this blue unicorn. The rest of the world just thinks he's talking to himself. Which, to be honest, the performance is pretty fucking stellar. Like,
yeah, it's the grizzled, cynical detective character archetype with the comedic relief, which is the small blue unicorn, but it's uber violent.
Oh, like I couldn't believe the pilot episode in the hospital, especially.
There's so much blood.
A bone saw is used.
Is it a TV series or is it a film?
It's a TV series. It was sci-fi TV series. Now I watched it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's out a while, like, isn't it?
It is. I think it was far back as 2015.
I think you're far off. Yeah, I found it very. It has a very kind of a Deadpool air about it.
It does. It's very comic booky. It does have that sort of comic book feel.
I think the main actor again, and I fucking butchered his name, but we'll just say Chris. He looks as if he's having a blast, and he is absolutely killing it. Yeah, like I mean, there's lines in it where he looks at the unicorn, and Patton Oswalt is giving exposition. He's like, every time you talk, it makes me want to kill you with fire.
And it's the eyes. He does the crazy eyebrow stuff the whole time in it. You know, his facial expressions. And he is, like we said, he's like John McClane in the sense that he gets battered up, man. As the series goes on, he's caught.
Would you agree that there are some really great episodes and that there are some meh episodes? And when it's meh, it's...
Do you know what the weakest parts? The weakest parts are Blue, who was the main villain.
Mm-hmm.
He's sort of okay. But then they start going in this weird territory where like his sister comes into it and she's like a reality TV star. And there's a whole subplot story where her son, Blue's nephew, he's passed her to tell Blue. This weird satanic sort of... But they don't go into it too much in that. It's more focused on them trying to find the girl. I suppose if we say Blue is the main antagonist, the other main antagonist of it is the Santa.
Who's the main kidnapper.
And that's fucking brilliant. Yeah, he's brilliant in
it.
it. The actor who does him as well. The way he dresses, it's like he's like a walking Christmas tree. He's got the Santa suit on and the hat and the whole lot, but then it's completely like covered in tinsel and toys and all.
He's got a giant beard and gingivitis teeth, and he looks like he actually looks like an obese crack addict if there is such a thing. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I did. There's one episode in particular that I watched twice where it's set at Christmas time, obviously. But there's one where it's kind of like almost like a shoebox episode where it all takes place mainly in a strip bar. That is, it's a strip bar that's themed as a Santa Claus kind of a setup, basically. And all year round, they're, the people, the waitresses and the dancers that are there are in Santa getup.
Right.
And obviously the unicorn is completely oblivious to modern life. And it's just booze and drugs and just hilarity ensues. But I really enjoyed that episode.
Yeah, because that's the other side then is obviously the unicorn is like, magic and fairies and rainbows and happy.
Sure,
and then he's teamed up with this guy who's like fucking killing and slicing and dicing and violence and sex and drugs and he's like, what is going on? Like, this world is like not as pure as I thought it was, Yeah, so overall I actually did enjoy it. Like I said, there is some, as you said, Dave mentioned, there is some weaker parts to it. But overall I'd say it's a wank. It's a solid wank for me. It's definitely worth a watch.
Absolutely.
I have a couple that I was sitting on a shelf. It was kind of a load of old DVDs that I was like, I don't remember these films. I think I'll have an old watch through these again. One of them, Killing Zoe.
Doesn't hold up, does it?
It's a stank. It's a stank movie.
Yeah, I remember it being a lot better than what it was, to be honest.
Yeah, I was the same as well. Yeah, written and directed by Roger Avery. He's the guy that teamed up with Tarantino for.
Pulp Fiction?
It was just Pulp Fiction, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it does have a Tarantino type vibe to it. This guy goes over to France, American goes over to France, and he's meeting up with these fucking French guys that are fucking mad into heroin and all this kind of stuff, and they go off to rob a bank. Except at the same time, he falls in love Eric Stoltz plays the main guy. So the fired Marty McFly plays the main character.
Eric, you're not in Back to the Future Stoltz.
Yeah. Sorry, we're gonna have to reshoot the whole thing. Like they pulled a solo on that years before Solo even came out. Like,
that is true.
So the cheap Marty McFly. Then you got Julie Delpy. Delpy or Delpy? Delpy. Yeah, she's lovely. She's lovely to look at, and she gets her baps out. So, but the problem is when she gets her baps out, it's a sex scene, obviously. But your man, this fucking director, whatever got into his head, he's got Nosferatu on a fucking TV in the background, and it just cuts between Julie Delpy going and fucking cutting to fucking Nosferatu in the background. I'm like I'm giving this away.
Into the garbage.
The garbage.
Straight into the garbage.
This film is stupid. It's fucking stupid. Now, to be fair, like, it was also produced by Samuel Hadida, dude behind fucking Silent Hill and Rules of Attraction. That's all you need to know about it. You won't see it on the shelf anywhere because it's ridiculous. It's like, it's stank.
Two movies I'll speak very briefly about that are on Netflix are worth a watch. One of them is Tusk, the Kevin Smith horror movie. If you haven't seen it, it is phenomenally good. Justin Lin, I think, is it? Justin Long, brilliant. And the late great Michael Parks. You kind of have to watch it to believe it. It's just a great horror movie. Won't say any more about that. Tusk is on Netflix. Go see it. Watch it or whatever the fuck. Terrifier. About a killer clown. Canadian-made movie. Very low budget. Just nuts. Just batshit crazy. Yeah, I think for the time of year, it's a good Halloween movie. Uber violent. It's just basically about two girls that are coming off a Halloween night fancy dress party, for want of a better word. They sit in a cafe and this guy in a clown get up, which is this ridiculous nose and cheekbones, white makeup and black eyeliner and lipstick, and he's just so menacing. But it's definitely a throwback to 80s slasher movies. Like, it's way further, but micro budgeted as well. Yeah, it's I couldn't shake it anyway. I couldn't help but keep watching it. So like I think in some movies when the killer uses a gun instead of his bag of tricks, it's little bit of a cop-out, but yeah, it's just really interesting to watch.
Very pertinent that you bring up clowns, Dave, because clowns are scary. They're Halloween.
They are.
And it's a scary time of year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, what's your thoughts?
I actually really liked it. If I'm being honest, right, and this is, I think an awful lot of people are going to think this the same way. Martin Scorsese producing it. Okay, fine, yeah, that's great. Todd Phillips directing it. Todd Phillips shot to fame from, teen comedies like Road Trip, the Hangover franchise. I wasn't sold, and I wasn't sold on the fact of Ben Affleck and Jared Leto didn't get to have their face off in that movie and that whatever. Okay, that's not going to happen anymore. And Joaquin Phoenix casting, I was like, okay, that's something I can take serious. And then to now the point of that footage, the test footage of Arthur. I really liked it.
Now, which test footage you talk about? Because there was TMZ. As far as I know, TMZ are the only one that have it.
I haven't seen the clown one where he walks up and apparently pinches the nose of someone. The one I saw was the makeup test where the clackerboard comes in and the lights flicker across his face.
Yeah, that's when I was... Philip said he's going to watch... We're going to actually watch that live with Philip, I think, in a few minutes.
Yeah.
He'll get it up. He hasn't seen it yet.
I've only seen the pictures of him in that classic Joker green waistcoat and stuff like that,
yeah. And wine,
Heath Ledger wine, yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's going to be the colour for the movie. Now I'm going to preface this. This is all alleged.
It's all test and it's referenced as such, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all test stuff as we know at the moment. Now that could change with the movie goes. We don't know if that's actually what it's going to look like for the whole movie.
And what's your take on it, Paul?
I like it. I like it in the sense that it's different the way they've done it. They've gone with the classic clown makeup with the the blue diamonds.
Triangles.
Yeah, and the red nose as well. With the look of it wise, got the Heath Ledger longish, dirty
Hair,
green
yeah.
hair. And he's also the teeth. I think they've yellowed his teeth as well, like Heath Ledger. I'm not sure. It looks like it from the pictures I see anyway.
There it is. The fuck is that? I'm like, I have to cut in across the two. I think you're both fucking drunk. I think that looks ridiculous.
He looks like a lemon. That's what Philip said the first time.
It looks like it.
I'm glad you said that because I think an awful lot of people are on the fence about it. While Heath Ledger's was very, I think their specific reference for it was Francis Bacon paintings. So it looked cracked and, it looked like it was about to fall off his face. This is very much habdash-like, but you don't like it?
Yeah, do you know what it comes across to me, right? Like, I would say I'm a Batman aficionado when it comes to the comics and stuff like that. And I think, in terms of the Joker, I don't think he's probably one of the best villains out there, in my opinion anyway, when it comes to comics. He's just...
The rogue gallery, yeah.
Yeah, like, anytime he's been portrayed, I think... There's always been, like, whether it be the Paul Dini animated series back in the early 90s with Mark Hamill doing the voice, you have Heath Ledger then, you have Jack Nicholson, you have fucking Cesar Romero even fucking has a fucking great turn in the camp 60s one. But he's always had this very specific type of look, even under that mustache underneath that makeup.
I was about to say, I'm glad you said it because Cesar Romero refused to shave the tash, and in the early 60s ones, I could never understand it. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
He did, yeah.
Glad you got there.
It was part of his image. He didn't want to shave it.
Yeah, but he's always had a very specific type of look, and it's morphed and changed throughout. And the biggest change was probably Jared Leto's one, and it still kind of worked. It was like a gangster fucking Joker.
Try hard Joker.
Yeah, try hard. It's just like I don't think it worked in context of the film. I thought the film was stupid anyway. But
He was
the way
gangster
they made him was like, yeah, actually that kind of works. He's like, that's an actual gangster Joker, and I kind of I buy it, no problem. I just didn't think it was pulled off. I think the performance just wasn't 100% like. But this doesn't look like Joker. This looks like a fucking horror movie. This looks like you were talking about Terrifier 2 minutes ago. This actually looks like that should be in a fucking horror movie. So I don't know. Maybe that's the vibe. Maybe that's what they're going for.
I know De Niro's going to be in it as well. In what capacity, I don't know. But yeah, look, I think it's got a lot going for it. But I think where the DCU is concerned, that they need a couple of wins, and the Batman front seems to be where it's going to come from.
That is the big worry of it, isn't it? For me, I was saying I can buy Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker in the sense of I think he'll turn in a solid performance either way.
Yeah.
But it's everything else around him. It's the DC Warner Brothers movie making machine. They've been on a steady downward spiral with regards to their movies.
Oh, in terms of quality, yeah.
Yeah, you could say they started off well. I wouldn't say they started off strong, but they started off well with Man of Steel. Most people liked it, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just been a downward spiral ever since. So, like you're saying, Dave, I think with this they do need a win.
Yeah.
Because the only sort of small win they've had so far is Wonder Woman. Where that was a popular movie. A lot of people liked it.
I have no idea why that has got such fucking critical praise. I get the whole reason behind it. It was very, very current when it came out, right? But I'm sorry, it's not a fucking good movie. I don't care who you are. I'm telling you right now, you're wrong. That's a bad movie.
Philip was spoken.
I fucking spoken.
Alright, put on this video and see it.
Wonder Woman? I'm not watching that. Fuck that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Public record now. Phil is not a fan of Wonder Woman.
I'm gonna press play on this. There's a future fucking rant to be had about Wonder Woman. Let me tell you now, right? There's a future rant to be had. I've had this rant so many times with many different people. The President of Ireland, I've had a rant with him over it as well. It's like Michael D. Higgins.
I'm Michael D.
Oh, what? How did you feel when you sat down and you watched the Wonder Woman movie for the very first time? I'll tell you now, Michael D. I'll tell you this, right? Look, Gal Gadot, but yeah, grand choice. A very good choice. A very good choice. Very good now. I could have done with a bit more Asquelga. It's like, you do not... You do know, kid. Now this is an American hero, like, you know. Oh, And that's when he fucked off. Anyway, let's play the Joker before I go off on one. Alright, Paul, if the hand's out. No, bear in mind.
My hands are out because you're the one that has to press play. And it's not like anybody is stopping you from doing it. He's actually going on a rant, and it's like... It's like if I was there. It was like if I was there, right, and I was going to press play, and he's looking at me and he's going on a rant. He's like, "We'll go on the video now, but I'll keep going. But he's the one that has the choice to stop the rant anytime he wants.
Yeah, I tell you what, no, Paul. No, actually, just to give
rant
you...
Rant 2.0.
As Paul was saying, I haven't actually seen any footage. I've only just seen the pictures. Like, so this is me coming at it for the first time. Click and play, black screen. Joker, we won't be able to hear sound on your side, Dave. Right, let's see what the crack is. 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Joker teaser trailer. What the fuck is that?
Because your love has passed me by. You took me by surprise.
Some lads. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm on the same view which he. It's DC. They're making a movie. It could be utter shite. But I think the casting. I think Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's definitely got the chops to do something really, really cool with it. But sure, yeah. No, but sure, the internet has to have their say anyway for the next fucking 12 months before it comes out. Sure, everyone's going to fucking burn him and praise him beforehand. So let the internet do that. Sure, goals.
That's a real horror movie here.
Yeah.
For sure. Speaking of horror movies, The Thing.
Oh!
There was no subtle segue there.
Hey boy, Classic Callback. Classic Callback. I think we're all prepped for this one, are we? So,
I think so.
take it away, Dave.
The Thing by John Carpenter. 1983, if I'm not mistaken.
82.
Don't get in semantics now, boys. Just fucking get on with it.
Alright. Sorry.
Actually, I stand corrected, Paul. I'm going to stand corrected on that. Paul is right.
Fuck you, bitch.
I was also right. I got 1982 written down as well.
But you're wrong for telling me not to get in semantics.
Yeah, I thought it would be kind of, you know, it'll amp up.
Shut your mouth,
okay.
bitch. Dave, continue.
Yeah, I sat down last night to watch it, and it's one of those movies like RoboCop for the three of us, I think, that it's a remote dropper. It was on TV, you were flicking channel surfing or whatever, instantly you drop the remote.
Yeah,
I'm going to watch this at whatever point it's at, and I think there's a handmade quality to it that I love about it, because it's all practical effects. That opening sequence, that title sequence, apparently was done in a fish.
Oh, when I was in college, one of our projects that we do an After Effects thing, an animated title sequence for the start of a movie, and I chose The Thing because I love graphics and stuff like that when it comes to old film stuff, and researched it, and as you were saying, yeah, it was a fish tank. Basically, black bin bags, put them behind this fish tank. Did the stencil of The Thing, put in between the camera and the black bag, and when he lit it up, the light's obviously shining behind the actual stencil, the light wouldn't come through until the black bag had kind of like melted away, and it revealed the actual thing.
And then you get your post-production sound effects where they go...
It's the way it's shot though. Then it cuts to that blanket white Antarctic plain. It still holds up, like, and you're talking, as Paul said, 1982. Still a bit raw about that. It's just incredible.
Didn't John Carpenter, he was saying about like that opening where the spaceship kind of comes down to Earth. So it's a reference to the original film that was made back in the...
Howard Hughes or Howard Hawks, one of the two, yeah. I think the thing that impressed me most about those space shots still is that mapping of the Earth. It's just, it's a lost art, like, it's incredible.
It was made by Universal as well, so they have the spinning globe at the start. It was one of a few that don't have that at the start of the film, because it clashed obviously with what they were
They're
doing.
opening shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, one of a few. I think it's one of the few studio movies that Carpenter made, and it's if I'm not mistaken, the only one he didn't contribute music for. Ennio Morricone.
Which got slated actually.
Yeah,
That was one of the things that got slated the most when it came out.
Music
Was the music.
It's so iconic. If you that
Yeah.
opening sequence where it's just the film starts, okay, and it's the black screen, and you get the doom 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 doom.
but apparently Jerry Goldsmith was on as the original composer, and for whatever reason he left production when Ennio Morricone was brought in. He basically tried to replicate a lot of Carpenter's older. I don't know if that was by request or design, but a lot of Carpenter's older soundtracks. So, fun fact.
Right,
Special effects. That's what I'm special effects.
You're right there, Paul.
We mentioned this man before, and he came up in the last one. Rob Bottin. He was 22 when he worked in this movie. Yeah, he was put in charge of all of it.
Creature effects.
Yeah.
And he looked like he had a blast making those.
Yeah, I've yet to see any physical effects. Yeah, that match that
Oh,
movie.
fucking groundbreaking.
Especially when I can't remember the character's name, but he's the guy that they basically douse in petrol whose arm isn't fully morphed or formed. That scene.
That is George Bennings is the character's name, played by Peter Maloney.
You did your research, sir. I'm uber impressed. Yeah, that whole sequence to me is probably it's my favourite because that, besides the blood testing, it just fucking lets you know straight away this thing, pun intended, it keeps jumping from person to person. And you think that it's wiped by that stage. It's like, nah. And the dog autopsy, I think, is probably one of those benchmark creature sculpture effects.
I only watched it myself the other night as well, rewatched it again, and the first thing that struck me after I finished watching it is how much of a slow burn it is as a movie. I actually forgot that it's a very slow burn. And even after the thing appears, it's still a slow burn because it's very psychological.
Oh, yeah.
Thriller type of vibe to it with the horror element there.
And it's anxiety. The whole feel of it is like
mistrust, anxiety,
paranoia,
cooped up, you've no escape, and who can you trust? That's a lot of elements in the movie. But if we look at the actual thing itself, the creature, the setup is amazing because it's in the snow, and we see the Norwegians in the chopper. They're firing at the husky. And you're like, why are they firing? And the first time you actually see anything that's like body horror, because that's what the thing is, it's like this body horror transforms and it's disgusting and it's freakish, is when I wrote it down, spider leg husky. That's the way I would look at it. It's after they put it inside the cage with the other huskies.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden its face opens up first. That's the first thing you see.
Yeah, like a flower.
Yeah, it's like
weird.
4 petals come back.
Yeah.
And then the body is getting all weird. And then big spider legs, which is like a running theme throughout it actually with the thing, is spider legs.
Do you know what, I don't know who said it or where it came across, was all the creatures inhabit some sort of thing that most people have a fear of. So fear of spiders, fear of snakes is another thing then as well.
It's got tentacles, it'll whip you.
And fear of dogs as well is another thing as well, like so. But they're all fucking this weird melting pot, like.
Yeah.
Then they do a whole thing with the fire extinguishers that as well, where they keep putting out every time they burn up a body or something goes on fire, they go put it out.
Yeah, that's at the start. Especially that first scene where the husky turns into the thing.
Yeah.
Where they get Childs down, which is played by Keith David. He comes down with the flamethrower. And, of course, he's looking at it. By this time, it's like grown arms and it's grabbed up on top of the ceiling. And it's pulled itself up. And then they're all looking at it. And, of course, Childs is like, they're telling him, shoot it, fucking burn it, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then eventually he does. He burns it. And then straight away after he burns it, you get 2 actors coming in. With real fire extinguishers putting the fire out for real, and I think that was because it both served the story because obviously you don't want to fire in your facility.
Because they're miles, they're in the Antarctic circle, like so they're miles from fucking civilization.
There's a documentary on YouTube. It's about an hour long, and they're going into a lot of the elements and stuff. But they were talking about also from a practical point of view, it was to train the actors as well to put the fires out with the fire extinguishers, so that it's serving both a story purpose but also a safety purpose.
Oh, yeah. Practical use, yeah. You have the characters' names there. What is the name of the actor that keeps the dogs?
Clark. who dies in the most bitchest way possible. McReady shoots him in the head.
Keith David, is it? Those two actually in rehearsals, they're actually the two physically biggest actors on set.
Yeah, the two
They
boys,
actually
yeah.
came up with that whole thing that they would be antagonists, that they wouldn't like each other because of their physical prowess on a small facility like that they'd be the two biggest guys, they'd be the two, duking it out for alpha male, which plays into the dog aspect of it. But actually, I was talking to one of the lads in work about this the other day. The whiskey that Kurt Russell McCready drinks, I have the name of it here, J&B Rare Whiskey, house whiskey. It's apparently garbage.
Go ahead, yeah?
I haven't tried it
Yeah.
because it's imported in Australia and it's not cheap, but apparently it is. It's cheap junk.
Do we see him at the start of the movie? That's like the first thing we see. He's drinking a whiskey. And
He's
Or he
playing
plays
chess.
Yeah, and what's the name of the chess?
Chess master.
Chess wizard.
Is it Wizard? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. And then
He pours,
he destroys it. He's a sore loser.
yeah.
Cheating bitch.
McReady destroys
Actually-
the computer.
Yeah, it actually sets up his character brilliantly, like.
Yeah.
It sets up that he's sick of where he is.
Yeah.
He's sick of being out in the middle of nowhere, and he's sick of, like, the only thing his downtime is having a fucking drink and playing his fucking chess. He's sick of that too. And he throws the whiskey into the fucking computer.
It's that whole thing as well of Kurt Russell being like that particular breed of Americana. Like, the goddamn Swedes, they're Norwegian. In his eye, they're Swedes. That's it. Same thing. Fuck it.
Speaking of them, why was the numpty, when they come in, the two Norwegians land the helicopter at the American research facility, and they're trying to kill the husky, and they're throwing grenades at it.
Yeah.
Explosive grenades. Why does the numpty Norwegian
Drop one.
pick out the grenade and then he drops it, and one fella is smart enough to run away and the other fella's digging into the snow, and then it blows up the fucking helicopter? And then I love the line after they kill the Norwegian fella. Kurt Russell says, "First goddamn week of winter."
Keith David has it as well, doesn't he, with the cop? He's I see you finally got to use your popgun. Like, they all detest each other, on a very passive aggressive level.
Watching it again, I was surprised. I got there's a Chariots of the Gods reference. From
there's
Palmer, played by David Clennon. Eric von Daniken's book, which is about the whole ancient alien theory.
No way.
Yeah. It sets up his characters very well, because if you know the reference, then you know the mind type of that character straight away. He's like a conspiracy theory type of dude, and he sort of plays it that way. He's very like unhinged.
He's smoking pot all the time as well, isn't he?
He's smoking pot all the time as well.
Yeah.
Can we get on to, I think, the most famous scene for me personally?
The autopsy.
Chests autopsy.
This is where we actually see, I think, some of the best effects going on.
Didn't they have a double for your man for that character? They basically got this amputee.
That's right. Yeah, who had no arms.
Dr. Copper is there and he's doing the CPR and he's trying to get the heart to start again. And then all of a sudden, the chest cavity opens. It's like a big mouth with sharp teeth. And that's the bit you're talking about then, Phil, where they made gelatine arms and
Wax bone made out of wax.
Yeah, and filled it with blood. And then they fixed that onto his stumps of where his arms used to be. And then,
but it's seamless.
It is. I suppose they had some sort of mechanism in the belly where it was like almost like a bear trap where it closed in and caught the arms. And then you see the arms just rip off.
It's a horrific scene, yeah.
It is. And what happens after that then? A head comes out of the stomach, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it climbs up on top of the rafters. And then while that's happening, the head of Norris's head starts to peel off. It's just pulling out like it's just elastic.
But it's still, and it's not just a head, like, it is, it's emoting. It's roaring, its cheekbones are gyrating, its tongue is moving. It looks like the actor. It's just a phenomenal scene. I think the whole movie kind of down to, we talked about the title card, the physical effects, the poster. The poster is one of those things when you look at it.
I adore the poster, and it's Drew Struzan then as well. Like, so, and his stuff has always been remarkable. The film tanked at the box office.
Yeah,
came out the same year as E.T. Came out, funny enough, the same year as Blade Runner.
And Poltergeist and Conan. it's a great year for movies. Obviously, in retrospect.
Great year for movies. It penned altogether, like. Yeah, and it was his last studio movie as well. Carpenter's proper first and last proper full-on studio movie. Like, I think it was like 10 million for a budget they had for it. Like.
Yeah, it'll definitely go down as a cult classic afterwards. But I think it's just as the years go on, it just still holds up. I mean, yeah, there's some hokey bits towards the end where they got stop motion animation, but I think it's all part of the charm of the movie.
Yeah. So what's some of the stand-up moments for you, Dave?
Stand-up moments for me, I love the score. I think anytime that they're chasing it or it's gotten away, that Ennio Morricone track comes in, it's like quite good.
But you, Phil, what's your standout stuff?
I love this special effect. I actually, one thing that we didn't really talk about, which is what I adore about the film as well, is the colour palette. Colour palette in that film is amazing.
A lot of blues,
but the very muted colours. But then you've got like every time there's flames and fire and stuff, they like just have a great contrast, like pinks and reds and oranges and stuff then as well. I love the way it's shot. Love the look of it. The most standout things to me would be the colour palette and the cinematography in it. I can't pinpoint anything, Paul. Sorry,
right,
Paul.
It's not my fault.
I love the film. Lads, I don't know who suggested it, but it was I tell you, that was a fucking fine thing. Don't fucking get shocked looking at me. I tell you, it was a fine suggestion for a classic callback. I'm going to fucking interject myself there now and say that, I spoke about Blade Runner coming out the same year. I think we should do fucking Blade Runner as the next classic callback. What do you think of that, Paul?
Yes.
That's great, Paul. What do you think about that, Dev?
Can we do both?
Both? But what?
Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049.
We'll see.
Oh god.
Jesus.
Jesus.
What happened there, Dave?
Oh, it's a draft. It's that trapdoor. Put another padlock on it.
It's a strong draft, is it?
Yeah. It's a strong draft.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're in a haunted house.
Sorry, there was one more thing that I wanted to say about the thing.
Jesus wept.
We talked about Rob Bottin so much. It needed noggin off of Dave Grohl. I was like, Dave might as well be fucking Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
We've heard it, but you know what we'll do? We'll get to our post-production.
I love the way
wizards.
Philip just kept overcutting me when he said, "We've heard it," and I said, "I haven't heard it."
Yeah, but now listen to me now.
Shut up! You've talked enough.
Listen to
me now.
Enough.
We're off. We've talked enough.
We can put it in post.
Shut up, will ya?
The wizard.
He's playing the part of the unnecessary asshole. Right,
he's fucking. Never mind, fucking Dave being a big floating head ghost. He's there. I think he's possessed.
Put him down in the basement.
I think he's fucking possessed, Dave. He's pure rude. He's very rude and antsy in this one now.
Yeah.
And he's constantly looking at me with like eyes with fire jumping out. Why is that, Phil? Explain yourself.
I don't need to explain myself to you.
Give us a ghost story.
Give you a ghost story?
Yeah, now. Right now.
Okay.
Wait. Let me light some candles. Okay. And
you can't light candles. You're a spectral being floating in the ether.
It's called ectoplasmic farts.
We prefer the term ectoplasmic flatulation, Paul. Thank you. That's the correct PC term. You fucking dick.
Alright, sorry. I didn't know.
Right. Candles are lit. The mood is set.
Philip gives a ghost story.
Right. Okay. 1952.
Oh, Jesus.
It is a cold winter in Chicago. A family move into a house. They start to hear what sounds like the scraping sounds of fingernails at exactly 2:48 a.m. coming from within the walls.
Okay.
They call in their cousin, who is a priest. He's a Catholic priest, by the way, and he's a good one.
He's one of the lads.
So he comes in to kind of bless the house, bless the home, and they tell him about, you'll have to stay here tonight now. So he stays.
This is already getting quite dark.
That night at 2:48 exactly.
There's a scream. Jump scare.
More like a...
And then upstairs, it comes from the attic. Am I right? I'm right. And I've heard this.
Oh, you've heard this story. Before. You've definitely heard this story before. Yeah.
It's a murmur, and it starts to get closer and closer. And the priest goes upstairs. It's coming from the attic. It's emanating.
Slowly. He goes up the stairs slowly.
As if a Swedish group, Bjorn, Benny, Angie, and Agatha, they're all upstairs. The 4 members of ABBA in 1952, which makes absolutely no sense.
If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. I'm singing the Eraser version. Do you know the really fucking bad one? Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me.
So that was the story.
I think you did well.
I thought it was going to be something actually like short, brevity. Good short story.
I thought I did spectacularly well there.
I think you did. I put you on the spot. To be fair, I did put you on the spot.
Yeah, you put me on the spot, and that's totally fine. You put me on the spot, and I told you my favourite ghost story that David already heard.
What about you, Dave? You got a ghost story?
Have I got a ghost story? Not particularly, no. I am a ghost. I'm a living story.
Alright, I'll give you one, so.
I live it. I don't tell it.
Yeah, that's true as well, isn't it? How does it feel, actually?
It's kind of like being drunk in a warm bath.
Okay, so that's like
Yeah.
It feels like you're floating in warm water and everything is swirling and you feel nauseous.
Kind of. I feel nauseous because it's like, cheap pound shop bubble bath.
Okay.
Not quite soap. It may have been squeezed for a whale's balls. We don't know. But yeah, I'm hammer drunk. I'm lit, right? And I'm in this water. And that's how it feels.
What are you talking about?
Are you farting in the water?
I'm talking about floating, man. Where are you on this?
He's talking what it's like to be a spectral eminence, manifest in physical form, brought about by the dark arts of our shitty Ouija board that we used.
We lost the actual what you call it, receptacle? I don't know. We're using an empty jam jar anyway.
Well, that's what we've used anyway. That's all we had to hand. Sorry.
I can't hold anything. I thought we made that clear. Piece of shit.
Fucking hell. All right, I'll give you my ghost story anyway. While we're at it.
Here we go. Here we go now, Dave. He's got a ghost story. You can only tell where this is fucking going to go. Continue on anyway, pal.
Alright, okay. My wife woke me up at 2 a.m. She died 2 years ago. There we go. Short and sweet.
Ah, weird.
I was not expecting that at all. That was very good.
No, that was masterful. I believe that was taken directly from an episode of Murder, She Wrote. You listen, you might fucking fool the lad beside you, but you're not fooling me.
Who solved it?
Angela Lansbury, that's who.
Right, Philip, you said you had a story to tell.
I do, yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard this story, Dave. So I think it'll be fucking just brilliant. I think it'll just be spectacular. Myself and Paul obviously went to school together as well. Unfortunately, looking at his mug for the last God knows how long, 25 years, 26 years or so.
Settle down, okay?
Yeah. Alright, sorry, Paul.
Settle down. Don't be getting fresh.
So, in secondary school, I think it was the first year in secondary school, one of our classmates, not the brightest wizard in the shelf.
A wizard.
Fucking window licker.
Window licker.
Like a window licker.
Yeah, just an image of this fucking telpus, like. Oh, God help us. This young fella anyway, this young fella was going around the school saying, I've got black hats, I've got some fireworks and stuff. So this young fella was going around telling the whole school anyway that he had all these stuff and you could buy him off him and you'd have him there for Halloween, right? Everyone goes down to the locker room where he's supposedly selling these. Oh, I didn't bring him in today. I was like, alright, yeah, that's fine. Okay. We're starting to figure out that this lad isn't the full shilling anyway. Saying he got him off his father and he got them via imported goods from fucking France or something like that. Some elaborate story.
Can neither confirm or deny. Fucking Philistine.
The kicker though, someone got wind of it, or someone told anyway. And your man got suspended for not selling black cats. Well, you got suspended for 2 or 3 days, is it?
Yeah, he got nabbed in the locker room, supposedly, where he had kept all of these bangers and fireworks and black cats and stuff. And of course, then they made him open the locker and there's fuck all in it. So then he got suspended for intent to sell fireworks that you didn't really have at all, and that you were told everyone for weeks and weeks and weeks. Oh, I have them, no bother, lads. Well, boys, I've got them black hats. That's actually kind of what he sounded like as well.
It reminds me of a certain memorabilia shop in the country, and you would go to this particular shop, to which a comic book man, person, you would ask for a certain product that he may or may have had at one time. Oh, I'll get that for you next week. That was his catchphrase.
Oh, I remember that, dude. Yeah.
In the next week. Sorry, did you get a chance to get me that? So you said you were going to order for me. I paid you deposit on that. Oh yeah. I'll get that for you next week, Mr. Next Week.
I was just about to say his name. Yeah.
Keep that under wraps.
Yeah. Ooh.
But let's unwrap this idea that I have had.
Sorry, Dave. This is what I thought he was going to do before he told us that ghost story. Elaborate, Paul. Elaborate on, embark upon us your sick and twisted, depraved story. I know who's in this story. Go on, tell me. Is it me? Am I in this story? Is Dave in this story? Is it? What have you us doing this time, Paul? Continue.
We should be Carnies.
Oh, fuck's sake. Right, go on, yeah.
You're not saying that? Is it not like offensive? We should be carnival people. That sounds better, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah. Carnival people, carnies, carny folk.
Now,
Anyway.
This is Halloween, and so we will have to make our little carnival.
A fun house, is it?
A horror themed carnival.
Okay.
Now, Dave.
I don't think about these things. That's why we're talking to you.
Fair enough. I'm the idea man. That makes sense. These are great ideas as far as I'm concerned, and as far as Dave's concerned, and as far as Phil is concerned sometimes. I've taken on your criticism on board from our Dr. Disrupt venture.
That we're under legal obligation not to talk about that publicly ever again.
All I'll mention is the cost. That's as far as I'm allowed to say. And you had some great points. So with this idea, I found a way around that. We're going to set the carnival up at an old building site, which is great for us because they have a lot of the materials that we will use to hand already, just lying about on the floor and on the ground.
And when you say to hand, you mean steal?
No, because they're abandoned. So as far as I'm concerned, it's like...
Finders keepers.
Yeah, maritime law, finders keepers. If I find it, it's mine. So that's the law we will work under.
Doesn't seem like a law, but go on.
We'll have a big sign outside, and the big sign is going to say...
How much we're going to charge for wheelbarrow rides?
But they have to be scary, though.
Wheelbarrow ride with no wheels. Yeah? It's only got one, so you just take it off, and what is that like? It's a steel bathtub.
Yeah, and it starts on a hill. A steep hill. And you and Phil will take one each.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
And the person is sitting in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And then you go up onto this. It's like really steep. It's like, do you know when you got a hill and it's 45-degree angle steep? This is like 60 degrees.
Oh, Jesus.
That's steep, like. And you're on top, and you've taken the... Now, what you've done is, you've shown them, before they bought the tickets to go on the wheelbarrow ride, Phil, you've gone over to the wheelbarrow, and you're wearing a spooky costume, just a white sheet over it, holes cut out, and Dave, you're wearing Freddie Mercury.
Makes sense. Now, are we talking Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody, or Freddie Mercury, white wife beater, white jeans?
Wembley
with the white suit.
Okay.
And the cape.
Right.
Yeah, so you're matching colours, you're both ghostly white.
Okay.
And you've done this with your hands, you've put them out to your side. Your hands are to your side, Dave.
Okay.
Outstretched.
Sorry.
And you said, this is the wheelbarrow we'll be taking down in. And they're like, oh yeah, it looks great. So they come in, behind the curtain, and you're getting them ready, you put them into the wheelbarrow, and then that's when you lift up the front end of the wheelbarrow, which the wheel is resting on, and you pull the pin out, and then the wheel falls out. And then you push them down the hill. Does that sound... Yeah, that's the way that works. So,
that's the way that works.
Wheelbarrow ride.
That's the way you hurt people. Go on.
No, that's... I don't know what you mean.
It sounds like a bit of a shakedown, Bob.
It kind of
It's
does,
not
yeah,
really.
yeah.
I think what a great thing you can do there is you pull out the wheel, and before you push them down the hill, hard now. Like, Phil, I want you to give them a good old push down the hill. Mm-hmm. It's a dirt hill, and there's like a concrete slab at the end, because they need a solid landing.
Yeah,
well,
of course.
Yeah,
obviously, yeah. Soft landing.
And it's about 10 foot.
Well, you pile enough people down there, it'll be a soft landing.
Soft landing then. Yeah. But what you should do is, before you push them down, you go, we'll put the wheel on for $20. We'll put it back on.
Right.
That's how we make money. Okay, fair enough. Okay. What are attractions we got here, Paul?
Well, first of all, close your eyes.
Okay, my eyes are closed.
It's a Halloween night.
Okay.
Air's crisp. It's cool. It's not raining. It's nice and brisk. Lights in the distance. You walk up. Big sign in red. And it says, Crazy Cool Carnival. All in case. Dude, what's the abbreviated version of that?
No. You just said I'm wearing a sheet with 2 holes in it. I know where this is going. You can fuck right off. So you can.
Oh, God. I have to pull the plug on this.
Alright, I get it. The optics aren't great in that. So we'll change the sign to Phil and Dave's Cool Carnival. How does that sound? And then underneath that in small writing, your full name and address and phone number, and then these 2 are liable.
No, we're not. It's
But it's one or the other. Which sign do you want? First or second one?
I don't want any sign.
Alright, so I'll be out the front with
Of course
straw
you will,
hat.
Yes.
And
fucking run. Close to the exit. I'm gone. There's a couple of dead people after fucking happening here now. Like, I'm gone. Yeah.
Straw hat.
Straw hat.
Red and white striped t-shirt. And a mustache.
Ah, yeah.
Wooden cane. Bamboo cane. That's what I'm wearing. And I step right up, straight in here to the carnival of terror and wonder. And we get the patrons, they come in through there, we've set up big curtains, and by big curtains, like I said, we're using what we can find, so it's probably just like builders' sheet and wrap stuff.
Of course it
So the
is.
big poly sheets that they have.
Yeah.
Some of that. So they come in through, and the first attraction they see is the House of Horrors. So they go in there,
Yeah.
and what we've done is we've just taped black bags all over inside this House of
I
Horrors.
already know where this is going. Like, there's going to be a fucking merman. But your version of a merman now, right, is ripping the arse off a Ken and shoving a fucking trout up his fucking nanny or whatever. Yeah, no, I'm not going for it. I'm not having it. No.
Can you repeat that again? Shoving a what up a what?
A trout up a Ken doll's arse.
That's exactly what I just said.
It's a small
And I'm not going
merman.
for it. And we'll call it a merman, and we'll charge €5 for it, Paul. You can fuck right off. I'm not having it. I'm not giving you my Ken dolls for it. How's that?
Right. That was only the prototype anyway. I was going to get a mannequin and I was going to cut a dolphin in half and stick the mannequin on top of it. Get fungi. Off the dingle.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
No,
He's still
because
gone.
we've used them in the carnival. It's now ours.
Right, so this smell was...
Right, so what we'll do is we'll put up scary ghosts. We'll put them on the wall. And then what we'll do is, as the people are coming through the house, Dave, you're going to have 2 actions in this house. So, first of all, you're going to play a monster. We'll get to who that is in a minute. But also what you need to do is you need to be 10 steps ahead of everyone. And we're going to put these ghosts on like little brackets. They're like made out of cardboard. And they're fixed to the wall. And they're flat against the wall. And what you do is you flip them out as people. You go, boo! It's almost like a...
Scared ya.
Yeah, scared ya. And then you run off and do it again. But then the main attraction happens. They'll come down the hall and then they get to
Sit in the wheelbarrow.
the main attraction. Well, it's not the main attraction, but it's the second main attraction, which is the Wolfman, which is you, Phil. Alright?
Oh, of course.
Now, for the Wolfman, what we've done is we've gone to a barber's
You say we. Go on.
Me and Paul.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
and we've gotten a lot of hair off the ground.
For fuck's sake.
Alright? And then we've got you and we stripped you butt naked.
Right.
Straight down. You're in your skinnies.
Right.
Nothing on you. And we've covered you in glue. And then we've rolled you around on the ground. And covered you in hair.
And yeah, let me guess, you didn't have much hair, like you didn't have much hair, like
Barbers stopped us from taking the hair from heads, so we had to go to Clare, where they have an arse shaving contest, and they were gladly supplied. Now we wanted to get you yak hair, but that's just too expensive. This was for free.
oh, brilliant.
So you're the Wolfman.
Have you washed it?
Alright,
Have
okay,
you washed-
so-
have you rinsed the hair?
Get into the Wolfman persona, will ya?
Oh,
So you've got people coming down the hall.
I'm like an angry fucking
Yeah.
farmer.
And that's,
away old ass.
hey, so you're sitting in a wheelbarrow.
Go on.
You're sitting in a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And then Dave is the
Slapping
main,
the sides of it.
Dave is the main attraction. Dave's the main attraction.
Go on.
Dave, we've wrapped you in gauze from head to toe.
Right.
Now
Of
we'll
course
get
we
we'll
have.
get to what you're doing in a minute. First, what you're going to do is you're going to push Phil towards the people. So Phil, what noise would you make? We've got like 7 patrons coming down. They're really spooked at this stage now because it's a scary house. Right.
slapping,
Okay.
and it's like, what?
Right, okay. So you're doing that.
Yeah.
And then Dave, when you get, I'd say about a foot ahead of him, just before you're going to ram him, you tilt the wheelbarrow and Phil, you fly out. You
Right.
hit them. So you flatten him. And then this is when Dave comes in then, alright? Because Dave is what we call needle mummy. And what we've done is we've found some old needles on the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
And you're going to start throwing them at the people while they're on the ground.
Oh, for fuck's
Give me your
sake.
best evil laugh, Dave, because you have to be laughing evilly while you do it.
Okay.
Next attraction, the blood coaster, which is some PVC pipes, and we've made a track out of those. And then we're going to put shopping trolleys on top of those. And that's basically like a roller coaster. And we're going...
On a flat surface and all.
No, it'll be elevated. We'll
Oh,
get
is it?
some like cement blocks and stuff to hold up parts of the PVC pipe. You know, it's a bit rickety.
But that's part
it's-
of its charm.
Exactly, it's not called a blood coaster for nothing. Don't
I-
mind the dead end at the very...
Yeah, but, like, no, there's a flaw to your design here now, right?
Right.
I know you're trying to keep things on the down low,
Yeah.
cost and all that kind of thing, right? You have your PVC pipes, and that's totally fine, and your cement blocks. You said you're using a shopping trolley.
Shopping trolleys, yeah. They're going to be where people
Sorry,
get in.
Paul. There's a problem. There's a big fucking problem here about using a shopping trolley as a fucking cart.
What?
The fucking front two wheels, they're wibbly whips.
Right.
They go like that.
But that's what makes it exciting. It's going to be really exciting when they're inside the shopping trolley and they're going like 40 miles an hour on a straight downward curve.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after the needle mummy, how could you not be excited for what comes next?
Yeah, I think you've just been pricked by prick. You're straight. They didn't even walk out of the house. Like, they were carried out. We carried them out.
Well, the ones that could use their legs, right? Yeah. Okay.
And we've put them straight on top of the blood coaster.
Right.
And we just push them down and they swerve around really fast. They get to the end and the trolley ramps off and lands in, like, we've just like got a big pile of garbage. Nice and safe. There might be broken glass in the bags, I'm not sure. I never checked it. You are now going to be in the shooting gallery.
I'm out. I don't want to hear anymore. I'm done. No.
No. That sounds
You're the-
dangerous. Do you know what, Dave, I think the big problem here, I think we need to sit down with Paul and actually have we need to hammer this out. Like, we're going to have an intervention.
We're gonna have an intervention when I get home. Yeah, I mean, sorry, when I take my physical form, we're gonna have a serious sit-down chat.
Yeah, your flesh.
When you become flesh once again.
you become flesh.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Reborn as needle mummy.
I'm pretty sure there's at least like at the very least there's some copyright infringements here with Hellraiser.
You think so?
Ah, look, I know you've seen it. Like, I know you ripped it off.
There's no pin sticking out of you, unless you want to. Like,
No,
I
what's
got a hammer and some 6-inchers there lying around, and no matter. Right, look, this is the pièce de résistance.
Go on.
One attraction left. The amazing exploding man. So picture this, okay? Open field.
Right.
We invite everyone in, and they sit down on the grass. It's very serene, very quiet. At the other end of the field, there's a little tent, small little one-man tent,
Right.
and everyone's waiting in hushed silence. Then movement from the tent.
Oh, Jesus.
Out comes Phil, dressed in Bermuda shorts,
Yeah.
wife beater vest,
Yeah.
and sandals.
Yeah.
That's it. Now you walk over towards the crowd, and then you get down on the ground and you're sitting cross-legged as well, 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Serene look in your face,
Right.
very calm.
Very.
5 minutes tick by,
Right.
you're still sitting there.
Okay. What am I doing?
You're sitting there.
Okay.
I get a bad feeling about this.
You think so?
People are getting anxious now at this stage. I'm getting anxious. I want to know what the hell's going on here. Like,
10 minutes pass by, still sitting there. Still it's the same serene look in your face, Phil.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And then it happens.
what happens?
The bit like it, what did I say it was called? Yeah.
I don't know. The Bond boy.
The amazing
The
exploding
exploding
man.
man.
Yeah. That's the bit.
It's self-explanatory.
That's the bit that happens.
Like the way I shit myself.
No,
Somebody-
you explode.
Like explode. Like,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you just explode.
entrails everywhere. Like.
Yeah.
Only a one-time deal, though. So,
No, you'll do it again.
alright.
Yeah. You explode.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, on request. Yeah, you totally can. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean we've used the Creasy bomb.
For anyone that doesn't know what a creasy bomb is, Man on Fire starring Denzel Washington plays creasy something or other, and he puts a bomb up his arse.
C4 suppository, an arse bomb.
Yeah.
What you can get that for an outer? That's like the finishing of the night.
The showstopper, like that's for sure.
Just imagine it. Just envision it. Phil sitting cross-legged, Bermuda shorts, sandals, wife beater.
Makes me sad, to be honest.
Why? It's perfect.
I don't know, just all. I don't know.
They're all down us tonight. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Of course we are. Sure, we're fucking covered in glue and hair and fucking God knows what else after, and fucking scalping after pulling it all off, and fucking all of that fucking jazz. We're fucking killing people left, right and centre on fucking half shoddy built roller coasters and fucking pushing them down into glass and fucking putting them in wheelbarrows with no fucking wheels.
Paul, I think you've really got him done this time. So I'm disappointed. I'm not even mad.
Yeah, he scratched the threshold, Dev. The threshold of craziness. It's not right.
Just like hepatitis, it's broken bones, it's tetanus shots. It's just not good.
It's not right.
Dave, what would it take to get you on board?
I gotta say no this time, Paul. Just flat out, like.
What if I give you a back rub?
I would consider it. I would heavily consider it. I will take a voucher in the form of one free back rub, signed PS on the back.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, fuck.
Jesus. Lads, it's a weird one. Like I said, we were out the night before, and it's creepy in this house.
I'm not even in physical form. I'm here, but I'm not real.
I mean, you're literally like just dripping ectoplasm.
I think we've gone and done it. Right, lock up your doors. Look under your beds. Look in the closets. We're kind of stuck here, really. We've got sleeping bags. Not that I'm going to need one. We've got a shoddy tent, and just happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. I think we bust out that portable DVD player that you brought as well. We'll watch a couple of films.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
But we have to watch Plan 9 from Outer Space first.
Age Wood's classic.
Just
Yeah.